Hello and welcome back to another Candoodle haul video. I was hoping for this to be my Stamptember haul and have it up at the end of September, but it is now October 2nd and I still haven't gotten like half of the packages that I've ordered. So I'm just going to film things as they come in and compile this all together. So it'll be like in a September-October haul. So to start off, Lawn Fawn's release came out in the beginning of September, and I may or may not have gotten a few things. So I generally get all of my Lawn Fawn stuff from the Papercrafters workshop in Stouffville. They are awesome. Sherry and Matt are so wonderful, and that is my local paper crafting store. So I got, these are the Snow Much Fun. I got the bears as well as the dies. I don't always get the dies because I do have a scan and cut, but this one comes with the bears' little arms that they can pull up and down. And the thing that comes along with that is the waving pull tab starter set. So basically it can make him look like he is making a snow angel, but I also have seen it used for other things, and I actually recently made a card, which is why this looks bad because I put it back in the packaging to film this, because I just made a card where he is lifting CrossFit like kettlebells. So I thought that was really cute, and there's so many other ways that you can use these sets. I also got this little set. This is probably one of my favorites from the release. This is the tiny gingerbread, and I also got the dies. Like I said, I don't always get the dies, but especially when they're little things, I find my scan and cut has a hard time cutting around them, so it's just easier to kind of have the dies. I love, love, love interactive cards, and I love my reveal wheel, so I'm excited to use these and do some Christmas reveal wheel cards. I also got the Thanks, Thanks, Thanks stamp set. I love this stamp set, and the kind of matching or coordinating, I guess, stamp set is Lawn Fawn's Happy, 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 which is one of my all-time most used stamp sets, so I figured having the matching thank you would be really helpful. And then, okay, let's try and do this in some sort of semblance of order here. We'll stick with stamps for now. I also got these Car Critters Christmas add-on. I love the Car Critters. I've recently got that, and I love seeing the cute little reindeer, so I'm excited to use those. I also got the Den Sweet Den stamp set. I just think that these little bears are so cute, especially the sleeping one. And my mom is a knitter, and we have a lot of knitting friends, so having these little knitting sort of things as a cozy Christmas cards and even fall cards, I think that they'll be so cute. And I also got the Stitched Dens, which are the, Lawn Fawn has put out a lot of like inspiration with the little Den Sweet Den set and this, so I couldn't get the bears and not get this, you know? Okay, and I also got the Snow Globe Scenes stamp set, which I'm really excited about. I absolutely love snow globes. And to go with that, I got the Snow Globe Scenes shaker add-on. So you can actually turn this into shaker cards. And this actually, I have seen people using these with the older Lawn Fawn Snow Globe, which is like the gift tag dies. So I'm really excited to mix and match these. And I think that they're just so cute. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but I absolutely love snow globes. I love snow globes and I love shaker cards, and this is both of those things. So I'm really excited to use those on Christmas cards this year. And then because I love snow globes, I had to get the Magic Iris Snow Globe add-on. I've been making more Magic Iris cards now, and I love it. I think they're so fun. And so, again, I love snow globes, so I couldn't not get this. I also got the Stitched Mug Frame. I really love the spoon and the marshmallows that come along with this, and the little coffee beans. I have a lot of tea and coffee drinkers in my life, and I just think it's such a cute and cozy sort of set to have. And it's very, like, it doesn't go with a specific holiday, you know what I mean? Like, it could be Christmas, but you could also sending cozy wishes cards and just like a thinking of you sort of thing. So I really like the versatility of sets like that. I also got the Build-A-House Gingerbread add-on. I love the Lawn Fawn Build-A-House. I think it is so cute, and I'm really excited to use my little gingerbreads and candy canes and all of that to make it look like a gingerbread house this year. I thought that was so cute. I also got the Scalloped circle gift tags. I actually don't have a ton of gift tag dies. I don't even have like the basic tag set, which I have ordered and am waiting for. But I have been making a lot more tags, especially I tend to give my friends, or I used to before COVID when I saw them, but that's besides the point, little kind of treat bags or things like that, just pick-me-ups. And sometimes you don't include like a full card, so it's nice to have still that handmade touch. So I've been making more tags, so I'm trying to add to my die collection for that. I also got the Shutter card dies. I am a sucker for interactive cards and I'm so excited to use these. I think that it's so cute, the design, and I love when the inside of the card is kind of a surprise, so I'm really excited to start using these. And last from the Lawn Fawn release, I did get the Snowflake Trio Stencil. I love stencils and I think snowflakes are so pretty to use for like winter cards and things like that, so I'm really excited to start using that one. So that is what I got from the Lawn Fawn release. So after I stocked up on all of my new Lawn Fawn, I went back to the Papercrafters workshop because my pre-order had arrived for the Distress Oxide Crackling Campfire. I got just the Distress Oxide for now because I have the oxides in all of the colors and I'm really excited to start using this one. I also got this metal tip applicator for the art glitter glue. So it's for this, which I haven't been using a ton because I find I do like the precision tip. So I'm going to use this and see how I like it because I tend to stick with my Lawn Fawn or Gina K glues, but I've heard really good things about the art glitter glue. And then this set is a bit of an oldie but a goodie. It is the wood grain backdrops, and I actually got them to order this for me from Lawn Fawn because I've seen a lot of people use it with the Shutter cards and with the bears to give it kind of that den sort of feel. So I'm really excited to use that with my new bear den cards. And that was all that I got from the Papercrafters workshop that time. And then this is something that I actually just got at Michael's, but it is something I've needed for a really long time in my craft room that I'm excited to finally have. It is a 1/8 inch hole punch, and it's a long arm hole punch. So I actually needed this to use for a lot of my interactive card mechanisms. A lot of the times they come with dies, but it tends to be easier if you do have one of these punches. So I'm excited to start using that. So something else that I've been looking to invest in for quite a long time and hadn't found just the right solution yet is a proper photo taking setup. So I was looking for a light box, and then We Are Memory Keepers came out with the shot box, and it finally came to Canada recently in Michael's stores. So I did purchase that, and if you want a bit more of a review and unboxing, I'm happy to do that as well. And for the shot box, I did also get the arm attachment, so you can put your phone and take pictures at a consistent angle. So I'm still kind of learning and figuring out how to use it, but I am really excited to finally have a proper photo taking area, rather than balancing a million things on my dogs as they're sitting by the window and trying to take pictures. So I'm excited to start using that. Okay, so next up I ordered from Blick, which is in the States, and I wouldn't usually order from it because I am a little bit scared of getting charged duty when it comes to Canada, but I needed some Copic refills very badly. I have been putting it off for a really long time, and it's really, really hard to find any in Canada, and it's especially hard to find them now because they rebranded and kind of changed the way that they're doing them, so they were out of stock everywhere. So Blick was one of the only places that had the ones that I needed, so I did order there, and since I was already ordering, I did get some more Copic markers because even if you factor in the exchange rate, it still is a little bit cheaper to get them from the US. So I had to replace 3, my EO1, my G40s, and my R29, and I'll show you what my other ones looked like. So this is my R29, and the tip, it is very, very juicy. I don't know if you can see it on video, but I tried every single thing people have said. I took it out, I soaked it in alcohol ink, I took off the other end to try to equalize the pressure, and it just juices everywhere, and I've ruined so many cards. So I am going to use it to do alcohol ink backgrounds and things like that. but the ink was just going everywhere. So my new one is totally fine. It works amazing. So I'm glad that I now finally have a working R29 because that is a very common red color. The thing that happened with my EO1 and my G40s are, oh, these are the new ones, just kidding. So these are new and they are great. But my older ones, I don't know if you can quite see, but the tip almost looks like, I don't want to say fungusy, but it's incredibly dry and almost like crystalline. I'm trying to get it to focus here. And it is dry to the tip, like it is rock solid. You know how these usually bend? It is just, it is like absolutely rock solid and has like these crystalline sort of drops on it. So there was just no salvaging this, and it actually dried out on both ends, and I did some reading on it. And if your markers are beyond a certain point of dryness, they actually, like, the inside shrivels and it actually won't take the ink, even if you do try to refill it. And this one was the same thing happened. It was so dry, but the tip was actually okay, so I am keeping the tip in case to use as a replacement tip at some point for another marker. But yeah, so those are the only problems I've ever had with my Copics. I have like over 200 of them. I've had them for years, and these are the only 3 that I've ever had issues with. So I just thought that I would replace them. But if you've had those issues, let me know in the comments because would love to know. So while I was there, I did want to stock up on a couple. So these are just some of the YR colors that I felt like I was missing. YR 23, 18, and 16. I've been doing a bit more oranges lately, so I added those. I also got W1 and W5. I have a couple of the other W's, and I feel like if you're going to invest in Copics, you want to have that range of colors so that you can blend. And I find you don't necessarily need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can get away with like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So I find that's kind of how I built my collection, was 2 apart, and then I fill in where needed. So these ones were fill-ins because I needed them. And then I also got W9 to fill in more of the dark end of that spectrum. And then my C grays I use all the time. I absolutely love them. So I got C9, which before my previous darkest color is C7. So I wanted like a little bit darker before it goes into black. And then my C1, so this actually is probably my most used color. And I had a chow, so I thought I would replace it with a sketch before getting a refill. I think I might do this for most of my markers. I haven't really decided yet. I only have chows in a few of them from when I first started my collection. There isn't a huge difference between the two. It's really just the barrel shape. This one does have a bit more ink, which is why it's a little bit more pricey. This one has less ink, but both of them can refill with the same ink. So it really is down to preference, and I do like the barrel of these ones more. They don't roll around your desk quite as much, but there is not a huge difference. So it just made sense to replace this one with a C1 because the rest of my Cs are mostly sketches, but I am going to see if that's something I'm going to do in the future. I'm still debating. Okay, so those are all of the Copics that I got from Blick. Okay, and then like I said, the main reason I ordered from Blick was to get some Copic refills, which I got quite a few of. So as you can see, I got a lot of the kind of pastel-y colors, and I know that some people, when they're first buying them, they stick with the brights and things like that. I actually use the pastels probably the most out of anything, as evidenced by the fact that I need refills for them. And I know some people are hesitant to invest in Copics and things like that, and I totally understand that, but they are a very high quality marker, and I've had mine for years, and this is the first time I'm needing refills. And for me personally, I am trying to do my best for the environment, so the fact that these are refillable is something that's really important to me. It's more sustainable, and that is something that I am willing to invest my money in if it is better for the environment. So the reason that these are so difficult to come by right now is because they rebranded them. So they now look like this, and they're the same price as the older ones, which I only have one of because this is the only one I've needed to refill prior to this. So this is what the old one looked like versus the new one. So you actually got quite a bit more ink in the old one. and the look is just very different. I think these will be easier to store, which is nice, but they are the same price as the older one, which you did get quite substantially more ink. So that's not the greatest, but these I think will be sold in more places now, which is nice. But yeah, I wish it was a little bit cheaper, but again, what are you gonna do? So I only have this lonely one of the old variety because this is E50, which is probably my most used color other than the C1 that I showed before. So I did get a refill for that probably at some point last year, which is when these were still kind of in circulation. So if you can find these anywhere, stock up on them because the new ones are the same price and you get much less ink. Just something to be aware of. But yes, so I am going to have to do some refilling of my Copics. Some of them are very dry, so I am excited to have some juicy markers again. So that is all that I got from Blick. And now this one finally just got here today. It is my Simon Says stamp package. I am so excited for this. I ordered this toward the beginning of Stamptember and it is October 20th. So I love Simon Says stamp. The only unfortunate bit is that I live in Canada, so it does take a hot second to get here. But that is okay because what is inside is worth it. So I'm going to open this and show you what I got. So as you can probably tell from the size of that package, I got a whole bunch of stuff from Simon Says Stamp. So the first thing were some basics that I thought that I needed. So I don't have rectangle dies. I have stitched rectangle dies that I use absolutely all the time. I have the Lawn Fawn ones in the A2 size, but they don't have that many. So I just found that I wanted to cut rectangles and then it would have to ruin my background if I was going to use a paper trimmer. So I thought that these would be really helpful. I got the A7 size and the A2 size. These were something that I didn't invest in originally because I thought I could just use my paper trimmer. But now if I make backgrounds, I'm actually kind of wasting some pieces if I'm cutting it off with my paper trimmer. I always try and find ways to use them, but I thought that this would be really helpful for squeezing like two backgrounds or two cards out of a single background and things like that. So I'm really excited to have these. These are the pink and main ones. I like their pink. I think they'll stand out in my collection so I can actually find them. But I know a lot of other companies have them as well. I also didn't have any tags. I have like a hole punch sort of tag, like a punch tag, but it only makes one size and I found I wanted some bigger sizes. So these are the ones by CZ Design. I love that they're different sizes. I really like the biggest size and I like that they come with these cute little reinforcements. So I'm very excited about those. Next up, I just got a couple Lawn Fawn things. This is an older one called Oh Snap. My mom has this stamp and I borrowed it from her and I cannot find where I put it and she has been very angry at me that I lost it because it's one of her favorites. So I got this for her, which I'm going to give her in a second. And then I also got these Sandy Beach accents. These are for, I make a lot of under the sea type cards and things like that. And they're to cut a little wave so you can have like a fish little head popping out and things like that. So I just thought that those would be really cute instead of cutting a line with my X-Acto knife. Next up, I got these two stencils from MFT. These are the micro cloud edges and the rolling clouds. My cloud stencils are my absolute most used. I absolutely love them for making backgrounds, so I thought these would be great for smaller size cards and to just give more of a billowy sort of rolling effect, so I'm really excited about these. I also got this really cute set from Clearly Besotted called Pirouetting Plushies. I absolutely love penguins and I grew up as a dancer, so I thought that these were so cute and I'm just so excited to use these. I think they're the absolute cutest. So I also got a few things from Honeybee. So these are the Lovely Layers Monstera Leaf, and I've seen a few people use these in YouTube videos and I just think that they're so pretty. I also really love that type of leaf. I also got the Sandy Shores background stamp. This one is perfect for doing like beachy scenes and adding texture to the sand. So like I said, I do a lot of under the water sort of scenes, so I'm really excited to use that. And then this one is the Hexagon Thin Frames. And Jennifer McGuire did a really cool video showing how to do paper piecing with dies like this. So I'm really excited to use this die for that. And I will link below to the video so you know what I'm talking about. So that is some of the Honeybee stuff I got. I also got some Simon Brandon products. So these are the etched laurel leaves. Laura Basson did a really cool video on making a wreath with these, and they were so pretty, and I just love the detail in these dies. I also got the Sympathy Greetings mix. I find sympathy cards are really challenging to make, and I have one good sympathy stamp set, but sometimes the sayings don't quite fit with what I'm going for and things like that, so I just thought that this would be really nice to have for cards like that, because as much as I don't love making them, they are very necessary sometimes. This is the card sharing stamp set, and I am really excited to start using this. I sometimes, when I make a card for a friend or things like that, I try and put a post-it note on the inside with my personal message so they can pass it forward. But this stamp set you can use on your card insert so the person knows that they can pay it forward and that they still have your personal message kept separate. So I just thought that that's really nice. Now this is the Peony Bouquet stencil. I initially meant to get this in my last order, but I accidentally got the background stamp, whoops, instead of the stencil. But I'm actually a big fan of the background stamp, and I'm going to use it to do some watercolor stamping with Tombows and things like that, which I've tried and I love. But I also wanted the stencil version so I could do some ink blending and things like that. And I just think it's really pretty. I love peonies. And then I also got the poppies background. I saw Jennifer Maguire do another video with this one, and I just think that the line work is so pretty, and it's nice for doing like distress oxide backgrounds and things like that. So I really like this background stamp. So from Altenew, I got the Balloon Bunch stamp and die set. I love balloons. I think that they're so fun and they're so simple to do birthday cards with. So I got the die and the matching stamp. I love the layering that shows kind of like where the shadows and highlights are. I just think that this will be so good to make simple birthday cards, which I always need a lot of, so I'm excited about that. I also don't know how I missed this, but earlier in the summer, Altenew and Pinkfresh did a collaboration stamp set, Celebrate Us. And I think that this flower is so pretty, and now that I've seen some of the samples that people have made using it, I absolutely love Pinkfresh's style, and I love Altenew's layering and their style, so them coming together I just think is so wonderful, and I absolutely love this stamp set. So I'm really excited to start using that. I also love that Pinkfresh has come out with some of these dual stamp and stenciling systems. So you actually can use this stamp. So this one is called Sweet Blooms, but they have this in a few different stamp sets. And they actually recently now have come out with a slimline versions of a lot of these, which I'm really excited about. So basically you can use the stamp, and then each of the stencils covers a different area. So you can really quickly do coloring with the stencils, and you don't have to worry about coloring in or anything like that, because you can use ink blending. So I'm really excited to start using those, and I just think that that style is so pretty. And then I also got the Pinkfresh Studios shaker tags. So like I said, I'm wanting to make more tags, and I think that these sizes are wonderful because this one's nice and small and that one's bigger. You can use them separately or together to make a shaker card, and you can actually use these tags in a lot of different ways, and I just think that they're so pretty and nice. And sometimes you're giving a gift that you maybe don't have a full card, or you have a card but it would also be nice to add a tag. So I just am really excited to kind of use up a lot of my shaker card mixes and things like that with these fun tags. So that is my Pinkfresh and Altenew section. And I also, from the Grey Muse, which I collect almost all of her pins, I absolutely love them, I got this yarn ball pin. I also knit and crochet, so I just think that this was so cute and I wanted to add it to my collection. So that is everything that I got in my Simon Says stamp order from Stamptember. Okay, and last but not least, it is now October 28th and I'm officially rounding out this haul. I did put one last order in at the Papercrafters workshop because I wanted to use my October coupon. And I got this, which is the Lawn Fawn Oliver's ABCs. I think that these letters are the perfect size, especially for like slimline cards, and I love the stitching detail. I also got the Nuvo Glacier paste. I don't have any of the Glacier ones. I have some of their other pastes, so I'm excited to try this, and this is in the Winter White color, so I'm really excited to try that. And finally, I'm really excited that they had this. This is the iCrafter self-mending cutting pad. So I've been experimenting in my die cut machines with some self-healing cutting mats and things like that. And I think I might actually do another video on some die cutting solutions. So I wanted to have this one to show as a comparison. So I'm really, really excited to have that. And that is all that I got at the workshop this time. So there you have it, my complete Stamptember in October 2020 Crafty haul. It was a big one. If you are still watching, comment Elmo and what you'd like to see me use in future videos down below. I'm genuinely curious who has stuck around this long. And thank you for not judging my complete and utter lack of self-control when it comes to buying craft supplies. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Candoodle Creations, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!